What's up, blood-sucking gamers? Hold on one second. Let me mess with the sound real fast. Pretty sure you can hear me. I gotta hear it through the microphone. Hold on one second. How's that sound? Oh, I got it. I just want to make sure they can hear the music too. If you can't hear the music, it's pointless, right? Right. What's up, blood-sucking gamers? It's Kate Clemens, the captain. I'm here with Davey Dutchess. He's going to be playing Pokemon Coliseum, and today we're going over Pokemon Level 101. And what Pokemon Level 101 is basically we're giving you a little bit of a history of Pokemon because we get a lot of Pokemon requests on this channel, and we play a lot of Pokemon as a result of it, and we also do the thing with the cards. So we do trading card games as well. So we figured, we might as well just keep you guys up on everything going on. Tell us what you like about the game. Tell us what you think about it. But at the same time, also give you some history, because history is important. Even though we don't think so, it is important. It's something different for everybody. Usually we have up the camera. We put the camera down this week just because we were working on the apartment. So when we do go live with our streams, eventually you're going to see the whole apartment and you're going to think this shit is fly. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be dope. No cap. So I'm just going to, stall for a little bit, let some people jump in. If you're on and you're watching us, throw some people into the group. We highly recommend following us, as always. Andromeda Retro and Bloodsucking Gamers, we're both. We are Bloodsucking Gamers on Andromeda Retro. So right now, we are Bloodsucking Gamers presented by Andromeda Retro. There you go. So thank you guys for listening and thank you for stopping by. Hold up, let me check my sound. All right, you can hear us. Just making sure you can hear the sound because I put some music on the background. I want to make sure the game didn't overlap it. Dave is going to be taking charge in a second. I think he's already pressed start. I got to fix some things. Well, they already seen the beginning while I was talking. We could do that. Again, give some people time to jump in. So what we're going to do today is I'm basically going to go over the police. We didn't do it this time. We're basically going to go over basically an ultimate guide from Pokemon. I got a couple magazines, things I'm reading. Close the window. What? Yeah, close the window, turn the air. We have air. This room is now in followers only mode. What the fuck does that mean? Sorry, people. If anybody is out there, I would like you at least to say hi. Please say hi so we know that there are people watching, because we are going to start the stream soon, but I want to make sure there are at least some people in here.
I'm going to sit Nightbot on y'all.
Somebody get Nightbot, we're telling you. He's our security. Let me see. So, like I was saying, we're going from the Ultimate Guide of Pokemon, which I'm going to talk about the multi-billion-dollar industry at the start. I'm going to talk to you about, Satoshi Tajiri, which is he's the creator. A little bit about that. We're going to talk about where it came from. We're just going to go. We're going to go with the flow. So give us about 5 more minutes. We figured we said 7 o'clock, but you know how people are. 7:30 is when they show up. So we all good. Nightbot, get him. But it says I'm in. Does it say the room is in follower only mode? What does that mean? I've never seen that either. Sometimes my streams go a little haywire, a little sketchy. But don't worry. Anybody else out there? We're just trying to get a little good group of people real fast. We appreciate everybody for stopping in. Oh, hold up. All right, so more than likely we'll start going over everything 7:30. Again, we just started just to make sure people can jump in. I'm making sure everything runs smooth because you can see 63885. I mean, we're gonna be doing Leaf Green. We're gonna be doing Leaf Green and Fire Red for Pokemon Sundays. Only if they ask for it. People have to ask for the card opening for us to do the card opening because cards are very rare right now. And even though we do have a good amount of them, we can't open all of them and then you guys have nothing to look at. That'd be wrong, wouldn't it? I think it'd be wrong. Let me see. Community.
Spider, we are ready for you this week. I know you got a lot of points.
Spider's on here. He's ready. He is ready. Perfect. I'm just looking at you people out here, just making sure you all here. Allow you guys to watch us do this. That's you? No, that ain't you. They dumping out there. Oh yeah, my window is open. Close my door. See, we're getting a little bit of a small audience in here. Dave, I think you can start the game whenever you're ready. I'm gonna a little bit of a pregame for everybody. Of course, I'm pregame. So today we're probably going to go over more of the history of Pokemon, which is more of the history of in the beginning. Like I said earlier, I'm just trying to give everybody a little recap if you just jumped in. It's going to be a little cool stream. That's what I'm saying. No. I know y'all love listening to my sexy voice behind this sexy music. Where the white women at? Yeah. Get him, Gizmo. Dave's done with his advertisements. Hold on one second. There you go. You want to continue. I think you can press start and it tells you what you gotta do. Or no, it's select. It's one of the buttons. It tells you what your mission is. Let me see. I think you gotta go up here. Just go up there. You can talk to people and fight them again if you want. Oh, I think I gotta go further up. 5 more minutes, y'all. And fun fact, I wish I had little pop-up bubbles while we were doing this. Niantic, the company behind Pokemon Go, they donated more than $7.8 million last year to charitable causes and nonprofit organizations. So Pokemon also helps out a lot of nonprofit organizations. So you should shout out to Pokemon for that one. You are the father. That's Niantic, by the way. The people that created Pokemon Go, not Game Freak or Nintendo. Just so you don't get all those confused. There you go, Dave. There's your map. That's where you gotta go. It's the one that's lit up. Or that's where you're at. I think you gotta go to Pyrite City. Alright, y'all.
Racks in these games. Everybody sucks in this What are you waiting for?
Well, I think you could fight these people over, but you might want to. Yeah, you gotta go through this whole thing. Yeah, you gotta go through a couple things. You might want to. I don't remember where I left off, honestly. So, who? Oh yeah, I beat them. Okay, I think I'm done promoting. The life of a streamer. All right. So, there you go. You know, Pokemon is a multi-billion-dollar global phenomenon of video games, movies, television shows, and playing cards, shaping the way we play and grow up. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's how I grew up. It shaped my shit. And the lucrative franchise was all inspired by the little bugs of a Japanese boy used to collect in the fields near his home in the Tokyo suburbs. In February, those curious pocket monsters, better known by their shortened name as Pokemon, turned 25. Damn, they're 25 years old. I'm 32. God damn. Yeah, we old. Y'all young bulls playing Pokemon now. Y'all ain't start with us. A year-long celebration of music and retrospective headlined by Katy Perry. Wait, Katy Perry's doing it? It's headlined by Katy Perry will follow along with the anticipated U.S. release of the franchise's 23rd film. They released 23rd, 23 movies. So if this, what up, Ace? What up? What's good? What's good? So if this has been out for 25 years, they have 23 movies. That's a movie, damn near a movie a year, which means that's crazy. And the movie's Pokemon Secrets of the Jungle. So I'm assuming it's the Zaruda. Is that his name? Ken, you played a new Pokemon. I think the grass one is Zaruda. What's good, Wiz? Welcome to Pokemon Level 101, where we go over some Pokemon. Right now, we're just talking about all the stuff he's doing. So what we're going to do is discover how the video game that nobody really understood first, which had been designed for a handheld device just to play whenever, exploded into becoming the #2 best-selling video game franchise of all time behind Mario, the other Nintendo mascot. So Pokemon is #2 behind Mario. God damn. Zelda isn't even up there. The game's successes, we know it fueled the TV programs, the top-selling trading card, merchandise of all ages and budgets, music, books, theme parks, and even a blockbuster movie starring Deadpool himself, Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, shouts out to Deadpool, aka Pikachu. So what we're gonna do in this program, I probably think the OG Pokemon games and anime are generally amazing games with brilliant ideas and designs behind them. I think the same. I think the original, well, we're gonna go over all this. We're gonna talk a lot about this. So, no, I'm not going. Yeah, we're gonna talk a lot about this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start from the beginning. We're gonna talk a little bit about the creator who combined, collecting, light fantasy, and non-violent competition through generations after generations of increasingly sophisticated games. And we're also gonna talk about the collaborators who have been there from the beginning. Nintendo, of course, Game Freak is Satoshi. Also think, yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. That's gonna be another segment. It's not gonna be tonight probably, but we're gonna go over the TV shows and movies. We're also gonna go over the card games. We're gonna go over everything, Dave. We're gonna really Pokemon out right now.
You will see. It is our destiny.
Yeah, it is our destiny. And we're gonna do more than just catch them all. We're gonna talk about them all. Because we got to start. It started with a little boy playing in the suburbs, Satoshi Tajiri, and I don't know how. I think he had a little bit of autism, but that autism is Rain Man style. He's the shit. Well, we'll talk about that. So, because every great legend needs a beginning. We can talk about the beginning.
In the beginning.
So we talk about little Satoshi. He spent his idle hours as a young boy in Japan, exploring the still undeveloped corners of Tokyo suburbs, hunting for bugs. He used to catch them and collect them because he was obsessed with them. But as he grew older, the country's economy boomed and the development swallowed up the last of the insects last of their hunting grounds. So, the asphalt, apartment houses, all that stuff replaced the fields. So, Tahiri, he is autistic, yes. Tahiri collects his memories now, I guess. That's sad. But out of this bittersweet sense of nostalgia came an idea, the idea to morph into a game that grew into a business that exploded into a global phenomenon. So, the bugs of Tahiri's youth became pocket monsters, obviously Pokemon. The popular culture would never be the same again. So, he's autistic, Dave. So what we do know about the creator of Pokemon is, as a person, it's probably very little. It could probably literally fit on the back of a Pokemon card. The basic biography of Satoshi tells us that he was born in 1965, grew up in the suburbs of Tokyo, had a childhood obsession with video games, got into the video game business with push this back. Was against all odds. Oh, you're here. What up? At age 31, he created one of the world's greatest media franchise based on his childhood love. So he was younger than me when he created Pokemon. How he spent his estimated $5.6 billion net worth, or where he finds joy fulfillment outside of video games, remains largely unknown. Often described as secretive, enigmatic, reclusive, Tahiri is a media tycoon, loath to give interviews, and he loathes to give interviews to the media. Most of what the English-speaking world knows about him is he comes from a single sit-down with Time Magazine in '99. It's an interview that we found. It says the interview began with the questions, "Are you okay? You look pretty tired." And he explained that for the past 3 years, he would work 24 hours straight, sleep 12 hours, and do it all again. He said it fueled his inspiration for developing games. And what has now become the Pokemon origin legend, Tahiri described a childhood like countless other Japanese boys whose studio took a backseat to afternoons at video arcades, where he found his favorite game, which was Space Invaders. He became what we call a nerd, but in Japanese it's otaku, obsessed fan, consumed with video games. Sorry, hit the microphone. Chided by his parents for neglecting schoolwork, he managed to graduate from high school by taking makeup classes, then studied electronics and computer science at Tokyo College of Technology, before starting his own video game magazine called Game Freak. So my man could probably take your girl because he knows how to do makeup. That's probably why he was so good at making Pokemon, for real. So in 1981 to 86, he wrote and edited stories about how to win games like Donkey Kong in a publication that at first was photocopied and stapled together. Game Freak attracted a small, devoted readership and introduced Tahiri to illustrator Ken Sugimori, who would go on to design Pokemon characters. Sorry, I'm looking at two things. If you're still out there, just give me a hey, ho, there we go. Like many during the early 1980s, Tahiri grew tired of video games. The more he learned about video games, the more frustrated he became because the games weren't very good. He told Time, "I could tell a good game from a bad game. My conclusion was, let's make our own game." Genius. Always technically gifted, as a boy, Tahiri took apart the family's Famicom Nintendo to see how it worked. He learned how to create his own games, and after 2 years, he and Sugimori unveiled their creation, Quinty, in 1989, an arcade-style game that followed a character named, oh my god, it says Carlton, but I'm going to say Carlton, because it reminds me of Carlton so much, who must save his girlfriend, Jenny, who has been kidnapped by Carlton's jealous little sister, Quinty. A year later, in 1990, Tahiri came up with the concept for Pokemon, patterned after old Japanese anime shows like Godzilla, but gentler, kiddier. I was really careful in making monsters faint rather than die, he told Tom. I think that young people playing games have an abnormal concept about dying. They start to lose and say, "I'm dying." It's not right for kids to think about a concept of death that way. Hell no, he's right. They need to treat death with more respect. Tell him, Tahiri. Tell him, bull. Tahiri, now 55, still supervises many of the Pokemon games and approves the text. And yes, he does have a favorite Pokemon. It's Poliwag, and offers this bit of trivia. The swirl on his stomach represents a tadpole's visible internal organs. Which, if you follow us on Andromeda and Bloodsucking Gamers, we have a Who's That Pokemon? And we talk about how Pokemon are created, so you should definitely follow us and check that out. Hold on one second. Celebrities that look like Pokemon? We could do that. We'll put that together later. We do that for fun. You should follow us and check that out. It's all on the page, by the way. Alright, so does everybody else like Tahiri? I think I like Tahiri. Satoshi. So if his favorite Pokemon is Poliwag, that actually would probably make sense why in the manga Ash has a Poliwag. It's his first Pokemon. That's kind of cool. Trivia. I wish I could throw up the thought bubbles. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. I know Dave is having his little own personal struggle over here. Oh, you want to switch up the music too? You want to wake up? You want to wake up? I guess he wants to wake up. All right. How do you guys feel out there? Y'all want to wake up? All right.
So we got
Let's catch your vibe. We're just gonna play some music for a second, and I'm gonna go right back to this. We're gonna wake Dave up a little bit. He's getting beat. He's not really getting beat, but he's not feeling it. We're gonna play some Pokemon on the right side while y'all chat with us for a second. Thank everybody who's still here for joining us. Thank you people who are lurking. Shouts out to you. Y'all the real MVPs. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Fuck Nightbot. He don't do his job no more. We cursed out Nightbot, he just disappeared. I never changed no settings, I did nothing. He just stopped. Somebody hacked him. So, shouts out to Nightbot. You heard his feelings. Nightbot ain't got no goddamn feelings. Go ahead, get it, Pikachu. Thank you guys for joining us for Pokemon Level 101. We're not done. We just started. It's going to be a good night. We got plenty to talk about, but I had to introduce it. Shouts out to Satoshi. If you guys are feeling the vibe, let us know. All right. Hope y'all enjoyed that recess. All right, while Dave's trying to conquer his Pokemon. All right, let's get back to it. Everybody back to class. Sit down. What's your name? Hey, Aaron. Hey, Aaron, sit down. All right, let's go. So, picking up where we left off. Today, Pokemon characters dance across our computers and phone screens. Yes, my phone can now play Pokemon. Pokemon Go on the go. And I'm always on a hunt, so I'm always playing Pokemon. I guess I spend a good about 10 hours of my day playing Pokemon. That's about right. Or reading Pokemon, or something involved in Pokemon. They star in movies and TV shows. They grace the pages of comic books and illustrate trading cards. They have infiltrated every corner of the world, from streets in New York to the remote rainforests of New Guinea, where in one of the most isolated island tribes on Earth, toddlers have been spotted running around in Pokemon t-shirts. Think about that. Hey, yo, Wiz, think about that. There is an isolated tribe that kills people every time they come near the lakes or the shores. If you come near, they will throw a spear at you. Yet they have Pokemon t-shirts. Real shit. Can't make it up. Pokemon ranks the top grossing media franchise in history, the second best-selling video game franchise of all time behind Mario, which we've already said. A mega-selling trading card game, the #1 toy brand, and most successful TV show, we've already said. And all we know is the motto is catch it all. Pikachu is as famous as Beyonce, let's put it that way. Yo, they got Queen Bee, we got Pika Pika. Like, come on. Who do you think electrified the stage first, Beyonce or Pikachu? I think Pikachu got it. Because it's so ingrained in the global psyche, it's hard to imagine a time when these curious little critters didn't scurry among us. Since they celebrated their 25th anniversary in February on 2021, which is probably why my Pokemon cards went through the roof. Let's not even talk about that. It's a great time to reflect not only on what it has become, but how it almost never came to be. Yeah, y'all know some things aren't always meant to be, but this was one of them. Because back in 1990, when Tahiri pitched the game, Nintendo did not really like it. They didn't get the concept. The game stressed collecting over competition with little in the way of traditional video game violence, and certainly no sex appeal. Who wants to have sex with a Jigglypuff? Jinx, maybe. Maybe. But there's no sex appeal. And this is coming from Nintendo, by the way, where their sex appeal is a Mario chasing a chick from a monkey in a dress. Like, what is it? Samus? Would Samus be the closest thing to Nintendo sex appeal? Who knows? Who knows what Nintendo was thinking at that time? And it featured cute characters that were traded, not killed. So I guess they were also like, the appeal is cuteness. Why would we want to look at Pikachu? He's so cute. Why would we want to sell this? It was like, why would we want to kill that little thing? He's smiling. And the worst that would happen to Pokemon is that it would faint. Like, for real, what more of the game is intended for the Game Boy, which was a fading product and primitive black and white graphics. Like, so by the time Pokemon was on its way in, the Game Boy was on its way out. By that time, it was probably a paperweight that every once in a while you played Tetris. But other than that, it was nothing. But Nintendo gave Tahiri the benefit of the doubt. He had established a track record of good game design. And most importantly, the timing was right. So, you know what they say, when the time is right? When, you basically know what luck is. It's when opportunity meets preparation. It's all luck. That's all it is. He was right. Home video games as we know it were born in 1972 with the debut of the simple but simply addicting Pong. Anybody of a certain age knows the Atari game was essentially video ping pong with paddles batting a ball back and forth across the screen. Like, come on. Like, right now we'd probably see this and turn it off immediately. What is this? The world couldn't get enough. Powered by Pong, Atari's console with swappable game cartridges dominated the industry for years, and when Atari licensed Space Invaders in 1980, sales reached galactic proportions. But by the early 80s, other consoles flooded the market, all with their own library of games. Sales soared, but so did production. So in 1982, half of all American households had video games. The other half didn't want one. It's just how it is now. You either got one or you don't. At the same time as the market had become saturated, the companies grew complacent and sloppy. You already know what happened with Atari. The home video version of Pac-Man and its blockbuster E.T. flop. The one that's in a landmine somewhere in the middle of the desert. That thing. Yeah. So they canceled all their orders and a lot of people wanted their money back. But at the same time, home computers led by Commodore 64 grabbed market shares because their faster processors and bigger memories allowed users to play more sophisticated games on old TV connected consoles. So when Commodore's prices dropped to $200 in 1983, or $199, but we all know what that means, video game consoles were hammered and the industry cratered. So two factors contributed to the turnaround. One was technology. The other was socioeconomics. Nintendo unveiled a new entertainment system in Japan in 1983, and in the United States 2 years later, bringing arcade caliber graphics sound into the home. Soon, every kid had a Super Mario Brothers or a Metroid.
or a Zelda or something along those lines lighting up your screen. So in Japan, the demand for the video games had become particularly strong. The country's red-hot 1980s economy suddenly went ice cold, creating a generation of young people who retreated indoors. Their beloved forests, streams, and fields, they just became destroyed by development through the booms through time. Like, that's just how time works. It's still happening as we go. After long days of classes followed by evening cram schools to study for entrance exams, you know, Japan is very, very strict on their studying. It's just how they play. They found escape through Walkmans and headphones and Nintendos, and stuff that they could just, you know, stress of the world, separate. That's what we decided to play. That's what we want to do. So, as a cram school veteran himself, Tahiri knew his audience better than anybody. It's like, I'm one of you, you are one of me. I know what you want. You want to relax, but you don't have time to relax. So you want to take it on the road, right? Let's do this. His success with the previous game, Mendel's Place, known as Quinty in Japan, which we already talked about, along with the insatiable demand for content, got him in the door at Nintendo. It kept him on track. The company assigned him as a mentor. The legendary Shigeru Miyamoto, known as the Steven Spielberg of video games, did everything with him. While the Nintendo Entertainment System, as it's called in the United States, was now the industry standard, the game that would become known as Pokemon always was destined for the smaller screen of the Game Boy. Their appeal was that they could be linked with a cable, which meant that players too could be connected. You could go anywhere. This was the heart of Tahiri's revolutionary idea, a game in which players could only obtain characters by trading with other players. An isolated culture could find socialization through a video game. Ah, genius. He said, I want to go outside, but I don't want to go outside. I want to talk to people, but I don't want to talk to people. You know what? Let's communicate through this screen. Thank you.
Sounds like COVID.
He was ahead of his time, man. That's probably why Pokemon cards went through the roof. People started sitting home, was like, yo, let's play some Pokemon. Man. It's clever, though. Pokemon Red and Green was released in February 96 and became an immediate hit in Japan. Nintendo still had limited expectations because they thought the game would not translate well to other countries because its mediative, light level feel, lack of violence, and Hello Kitty-like cuteness was just too Japanese. But when Pokemon reached the US in September 1998 as Red and Blue instead of Red and Green, we'll talk about that later, it was a smash. By the end of 1999, the game had ranked in some 5 billion in sales. Wow. Woo. In Minneapolis, 55,000 kids invaded a shopping mall for the launch of the Pokemon Summer Training Tour. Pokemon, the first movie, debuted on a weekday in 1999 and emptied schools. Facts. It released on a Friday, though. Let's keep that real. It released on a Friday, but it emptied schools. The New York Times called it Pokeflu. I still got that shit. Grossing a stunning 172 million worldwide, despite critics' bad, hateful, withering reviews. The inevitable backlash arrived, and it came from every direction. Some foundations, as long as fundamentalist Christians, saw the occult lurking behind the game. Ooh. Jewish activists objected to what looked like a reverse swastika symbol on a trading card. I still want to find that. Saudi Arabia officially took issue with what they saw as a 6-pointed star like the Star of David on the card, claiming it promoted Zionism. Okay, there's stars everywhere, but okay. Parents feared the trading card was turning their kids into gambling addicts. I might be a gambling addict. It wasn't because of Pokemon. And PETA, well, fuck PETA. We're going to say that right now. We work with animals. We work with animals. Get the fuck out of here, PETA. complained the video game promoted cruelty to animals. Better cockfight for that. Anyway, but these controversies were never sustained. Pokemon became a brand juggernaut, threatened only by same factors that had plagued the industry in the early 80s: oversaturation and stagnation. Those are my favorite two words, because you can either have too much or too little, but you can have it all. The Pokemon's creators weren't concerned about saturation, really. Tahiri's like, whatever. Tahiri's kind of probably cracking up. He's like, I made a game I wanted to play forever. It's my game now. I don't care. The brand not only kept growing, but it did so through change and innovation, not duplication. Reboot it, renew it. When you run a sensation, just regurgitate it. The designers kept the games fresh with new iterations, generations. They called them along with special re-releases. Pokemon ventured into other media, television, movies, music, stage shows, and even a theme park that I've never been to, but I will find you, and I will get you. Hold up. And just when it looked like Pokemon might finally start running out of gas in the 2000s, along came Pokemon Go, which exploited the popularity of smartphones. Yup, it brought everybody back. As a longtime avid player, I was like, where y'all been? I was sitting here playing video games. What was y'all doing? They said I was playing on my smartphone. Yup. You got it. You got it. The treasure hunting app, released in 2016, married cutting-edge technology with Pokemon Original Vision. It brought players together. It did. Not always for the best ways. Not always for the best ways. Speaking of that, since we talked about just stuff they did, every February 27th is designated as Pokemon Day, in celebration of the debut of the first video game on the date in 1996. But this year marked a big one. It was Pokemon's 25th anniversary. So the festival kicked off early at Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade with dancing Pikachu unfurling an anniversary logo. The Pokemon Company is releasing new versions of old classics, follow-ups to Pokemon Snap from Nintendo 64, which we just got. I recommend everybody go check it out. It's very highly rated. When I get my HDMI cord, we're going to be streaming it because that's what we do with Pokemon. Dave is literally, he's still playing. He's looking up the Pokemon theme park. If you're just watching the screen just float.
The camera was on right now. Oh my god, my face.
Yeah, well, we can load up the Pokemon theme park. If anybody's still here, of course it's in Japan. Everything good is in Japan. If anybody's still here by the time we're done this, we are going to put up what the Pokemon theme park looks like. I do know how to control this now, so we can throw up anything we fucking want. Yes. So, shouts out to everybody who's still here. Shouts out to my people in the fields. You know who you are. We out here. We out here. So, I switched the screen on purpose just because before I get into all this, there is one Pokemon we have to talk about just because he is the reason Pokemon is Pokemon. He's the most famous Pokemon of all. He is most people who never played Pokemon's favorite Pokemon. And he's a yellow critter named Pikachu. And with the name alone, you just know it's cute. Like, you hear Pikachu, you just think cute. You're just chopping at him. What? Well, I'll wait for that. We're gonna put up all that stuff at the end. Dave's finding out stuff. He's like, "Oh, this is so cool." I'm like, "I'm never going back to Florida again."
Bring your kids.
Fuck that. Bring your kids, lead them home. All right. We're gonna put that up at the end. But yeah, we talk about the most famous Pokemon of all. When the marketing minds of Pokemon needed a brand mascot, they had many promising choices from their managerial team of little monsters, all special and adorable in their own ways. But one stood at 1 foot 4 inches. He's so little. Pikachu had already charmed the designers who had voted him their favorite Pokemon in a house poll. Like, so basically everybody voted for their favorite Pokemon and everybody, I guess, voted Pikachu. That's weird. Players of the original game in 96 also fell in love with him, even though they had to search hard to find him. Viridian Forest, I don't get what you're talking about. So Pikachu became the long-eared face of the franchise, and the rest is branded history. The Electric Mouse is rivaled only by Disney's Mouse, that Mickey Mouse. So Pikachu versus Disney, who you think will win? If it was Pikachu versus Mickey, what mouse you think coming out on top? The Electric Mouse or the Money? I think Mickey got some guns though. I mean, it's close. It's 1 and 2. They just said the only team higher than Pokemon is Disney. So it's 1 and 2 mice running everything. Shouts out to those mice. What? Itchy and Scratchy? Tom and Jerry? Fuck that mouse. What does that mouse ever do to me? Yeah. He didn't kill Jerry. He wish he killed Jerry. They keep each other in business. Pikachu's journey from an idea to global icon was a collaborative process. But most of the credit goes to designer Asuko Nishida. The mother of many Pokemon, Nishida, who also designed the original Big Three, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, along with many others, before LeBron, was given vague guidelines for the character that would become Pikachu. It had to be a little thing and electric. It literally says it had to be a little thing and electric. For the basic shape, Nishida drew inspiration from soft Japanese dumplings, giving the character no definition between head and body. She also thought of him as a squirrel because she felt they moved in funny ways and decided he could store electricity in puffed up cheeks like seeds. A tail shaped like a lightning bolt would signal the electrical aspect. Then Nishida got another directive from art director Ken Sugimori. I figured that since they were monsters, they should have a tough look, he recalled. But midway through, I thought, I like some cute ones too. Pikachu was decided. He would become the cuddliest of them all, and Nishida was assigned cuteness supervisor. Koji Nishino, another designer, every time I would submit the design, Mr. Nishino would tell me to make it cuter, which was frustrating, she admitted. Pikachu was to be a primary color because those appeal to kids. Yellow stood out from a distance and would separate Pikachu from the competition in video game marketplace. Pop culture has other hit yellow characters, Winnie the Pooh, Tweety, Big Bird. I'm on to you. I'm on to you, trying to get me with that yellow. You said it's a neutral color, didn't you? I'm on to you. It's all right. I like Pikachu. I ain't a big fan of Winnie or Tweety and Big Bird. All three of those names kind of crack me up. Your name is Pooh. You got a Tweety or a Big Bird, and then there's a Pikachu. It's a lot of little references there. Like, what are you trying to show me? Trying to show me your Big Bird? Trying to show me your Tweety? Trying to stick out your Pooh? It's a Pikachu. Right. Don't bring a Tweety to a Big Bird. The decision to make Pikachu a mouse came from Pokemon creator Satoshi Tajiri. It was Nishida who came up with the name, combining Pika, the sound Japanese people used to use for crackling sparks, with chew, the Japanese word for a mouse squeak. Oh, wow. Pikachu keeps a low profile in the first generation games and lurks deep in hidden corners. Just love Pikachu so much. I didn't want players to find it easily, said Nishino. So I made it difficult to find. But making Pikachu the first rare Pokemon only added to his appeal. My plan backfired. But it was the anime series that made Pikachu a star because he's basically Ash's sidekick. Pikachu is impulsive, headstrong, very childlike, only uttering Pika Pika, which endearing him to young viewers. They love that. The series also settled a long-running debate about Pikachu's gender. sexless in the video games, it was confirmed that he was a male in the anime. A female Pikachu has a heart-shaped tail. So then they created separations in Pokemon. So shouts out to technically the anime for creating it. In addition to appearing in the Pokemon games, movies, TV shows, merchandise, Pikachu, and it's Pikachu. Ryan Reynolds is Pikachu. Over the years, is the world has adopted Pikachu. I think there's a strong sense that comes from being raised by the fans. Nishina said, "I like to see Pikachu as a fruit of everybody's love." Oh, shouts out to Nishina. You so nice. You so nice. You so sweet. So while we're on the subject, we were talking about that. That's what Dave said. He's like, "Oh, let's talk about people that look like Pokemon." Hold on 1 second. Sweet baby. Just give us a second. We're gonna talk about that in a second. Dave's playing. I don't want to distract him. Excuse me. God bless my soul.
That's you.
Gosh.
Bless you. Like the church say.
Let the church say, God bless your soul. Now, don't. It's like, don't ask. I said, don't ask. I said, don't ask. Yeah, no questions. Let the church say amen. Bunch is tired.
Wake up with a morning jog in the morning, right?
He's ready. He's ready. Use that as your guide. For real, for real. There's basketball games going on somewhere.
With the likelihood of a
Sorry, Sid. Young kid. You don't. You know my team.
He on.
Want to stay alive? Stay with me.
I'm surprised nobody else out here is commenting right now. It's okay. We only on recess. We just hit the recess portion. In Pokemon 101. We like a class. Hope y'all know that right now. For real.
You miss one, don't come for two. Gotta go back. So,
Oh, we'll keep it there for you. We will keep it there. There you go, Dave. Pulled out a cactus. Let's go, SB. All right, so while we're on the subject, there are many. We're just pointing out because we love celebrity gossip. Celebrity. Pokemon. So, yeah, we'll make up a theme song to that eventually.
I
Nah.
forgot about
Pokes and hoes. Pokes and hoes. Sorry. No. Yeah, we'll do a theme song soon. But apparently, hold on, let me turn my microphone down. Apparently, Ronda Rousey is a huge fan of Pokemon. She said it's not even close. The celebrities with the biggest Pokemon obsession is definitely Ronda Rousey. She said, I got the trading cards. She got the first video game. She got all the Game Boy Color versions of it.
dressed up like a Pikachu.
She dressed up as like a Pikachu. Her first Pokemon was Charmander, she said, and she was immediately hooked. She couldn't stop playing, and
Fire.
she's beaten every single Pokemon game. She's got a perfect score on Snap, though it came at an emotional cost. She had to repeatedly hit her favorite Pokemon, Mew. Her favorite Pokemon is Mew, I guess.
She was trying to be the best.
The WWE star also revealed that
Pokemon.
she also revealed that she secretly acted as a moderator for a Pokemon forum on GameTalk.com under the handle Mew182. Ooh, but as tough as Mew is, the one Pokemon she'd pick to fight in the UFC octagon is Throw. He's the judo Pokemon and would challenge me the most, Rousey says. Her selection impressed Pokemon experts. Throw is one of the more obscure characters, not one of the original 151, but he is found in the 5th generation of the games, and you can also collect them in Sword and Shield. But only a Pokemon expert would know about Throw. So, good job for her. She knows what she's talking about. Shouts out to Ronda Rousey. The beast from the Middle East. Right. She probably still has a crush on Ash. Ronda aroused me. I got you. I got you. Ronda aroused me. I love you. Okay, we talked about Pikachu enough. We can go back. We can go back over. So also, they says Ariana Grande. Yeah, she plays Pokemon. Let's Go Eevee. She has. Well, she said according to this, she has a Eevee tattoo. She played Let's Go Eevee one day for 15 hours, and yeah, it's a picture right here. She said she wanted one for so long, she got an Eevee tattoo. But the one that surprised me the most out of everybody is Robert Downey Jr. is a diehard Pokemon fan. It says, the Iron Man star lit up the internet when he told an interview, if I was a Pokemon, I'd either be a Psyduck or a Jigglypuff. After this, it triggered a million memes. He fueled the fires by posting the crossover art of Pokemon and Avengers on his Facebook page, and a message said, I thought I made myself perfectly clear about my preference for Jigglypuff. So, shouts out to Robert Downey Jr. for being a diehard Pokemon fan. Hulk Hogan loves Pokemon. Former commentator for Pokemon tournaments. Professional wrestler said he's been a fan since the beginning. It's pure entertainment for kids, and he's a very positive form of entertainment. He said it's a very positive form of entertainment. All right. Shouts out to him. Ed Sheeran, obviously a Pokemon fan. It's Ed Sheeran. Dude. And Jordan Sparks, which, okay. Good for her. Good for Jordan Sparks. Shouts out to her. What's she up to right now? That's Chris Brown and Jordan Sparks. Chris Brown took Jordan Sparks' hair, remember?
I don't know what I'm doing in the conversation.
So
Anyway.
so we count up all the numbers. The total franchise revenue of Pokemon altogether, including probably last month, $95 billion. Merchandising sales, $64 billion. Game revenue, $17 billion. Total games sold, 368 million units. There's 9 languages of the series. 1,131 episodes of Pokemon anime. Good luck catching up. You got a lot to catch up on. Shit. Trading card ship, 30 billion, 30.4, a little bit above that. Trading card revenue, 11 million. Pokemon Go downloads, 1 billion plus. They just ran out of a number. It just says 1 billion. Ding, 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 ding. Detective Pikachu grossed 433 million worldwide, which it actually deserved. It is a good movie, and I recommend everybody go see it. I know people are literally like, I don't watch video game movies. I put it on. It was like, that was actually a lot better than I thought it would be. So, total box office of all movies, 1.7 billion. So there's 23 anime movies, and there's Detective Pikachu. I think that's it. So yeah, 24 movies altogether brought in 1.7 billion. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Drink to them. We got plenty of Let's Go Pikachu. Who's that Pokemon? We got Who's That Pokemon on our Discord if you want to check that out. But Who's That Pokemon? I can show you some of these pictures we were talking about. You guys should really check these out. They're pretty funny. It's like Nicki Minaj is one. Let's just say that.
She can be multiple.
She can be multiple. Yes, she can.
You need a Gucci Mane one. Just Ice Man. Burr.
Brr. Cuckoo.
Well, technically, he could be Pidgey. That's all Pidgey.
No more Pidgeys. So, yeah, that was pretty much our first chapter into, I guess, our guide to Pokemon. It was Pokemon 101 Day 1. That was basically the syllabus. That's a guide to what we're about to get into. We do have more information. We're gonna obviously show you the Pokemon Universal Park, and then we're gonna show you some stuff. The video, this isn't over, but we're just telling you, for the most part, you get a gist of what we're gonna do. So probably, I want to say Sunday, we're gonna do some more Pokemon. We're not gonna do Pokemon 101. I'm gonna save those for Wednesdays, just because I feel like Wednesdays are like the hump day. It's the relaxed day. Nobody feels like really doing shit because you gotta get up for work tomorrow. But that's what I say. You should listen to us on Wednesdays on twitch.tv/Andromeda Retro. You can also find us on Bloodsuck Gamers on YouTube. Also follow us on Instagram and Twitch, same name, Andromeda or Bloodsuck Gamers. You'll find any of that with us. But finishing out the syllabus, next week we'll probably go over, the cartoons, the shows, the movies, all that stuff. And then from there, we'll probably break into the mobile, which is Pokemon Go, going on the road with the handheld, all that stuff, which, slowly leads into the video games, which when we do the video games, I think that's when we're going to just take up everything. We're going to probably take up so much time. And then at the end of our session, if you guys are still following us and listening, we'll have a nice little Know Your Pokemon session. We'll do a couple Know Your Pokemon, so we'll be testing everybody for what they've watched, listened. If you keep following, watch, and listening, we will. Technically, you'll get a chance to enter to win some stuff. We have Pokemon cards. We have a lot of Elite Trainer boxes. I know they're a hot item right now, so we have some of those that we have no problem giving out. We just want to make sure you guys follow, like, subscribe, keep supporting. But yeah, we're doing this every Wednesday, like I said, so keep paying attention, because at the end of this, we're definitely going to try to give you guys some stuff for just sticking with us, following and liking. Dave's going to keep playing for a second, but while he's playing, I'm going to get the video loaded up. What else have we got? And yeah, we got a nice little session coming soon. We got nice stuff. Oh, wait till the camera's ready. Oh, we got a nice little thing going on here. But speaking of that, also, what were we watching out here? We did some Did You Knows. We ain't gonna do Yu-Gi-Oh yet. We gonna hold off on Yu-Gi-Oh. We ain't gonna touch on Digimon either, because I don't have anything with Digimon. No Digimon Pokemon cards. Excuse me. Damn. So mean.
Hey, stop taking fucking destroying this kid.
Let me see who's he fighting with. Let me see. Oh, Linoon. Or Lindo. I always call him Linoon. Zigzagoon's little brother. That's all right. Zigzag, that's his little brother. There we go. Everybody's up right now. That's what's up. Shouts out to people going live tonight. Happy Wednesdays. So I'm gonna throw little things out there that I'm gonna ask later on at the end of all these Pokemon 101s, and this is where you're gonna get all the information. So if you guys are sitting here one day and you're like, you never asked these questions, yeah, I literally am giving you a cheat sheet right now. So I'm gonna throw out 4 facts, and with those 4 facts, if you can remember them, because I will bring them up later, it'll be part of my test. I'm going to create a test. Yes, I am. I'm going to shuffle it and see what you know. The first fact: Rhydon is the first Pokemon ever created. Ever. Got that? Pikachu is a Japanese onomatopoeia for squeaking and shimmering. Remember, I said this earlier. Pikachu's the Pika part was created off of the lightning, Pika, lightning, and then the chew was with the sound of a mouse makes. So that's where you get Pikachu. All right. Bulbasaur is the first Pokemon in the Pokédex. I'm saying that. You should know that. I don't care what you think. Like, it is what it is. And the final one, and this is for all, because this is a big one. All Pokemon's gender can be determined by their tail. Yes. If the tail is long and flat, it is a male. If the tail of the female species is shaped like a heart at the tip, it's a female. Obviously, female species. That's a Pikachu. But sorry, I said all Pokemon. I'm a little. I meant Pikachu. Sorry, I said that in the street earlier. Yeah. So remember, it's Pikachu, not all Pokemon. I'm a little trippy. But anyway, these are facts. These are facts. I'd like to thank everybody for joining me. I want to go over some more stuff in a minute, but I'd like to thank you for joining us for the factual information stuff, and now we're going to play around a little bit. Dave's still trying to figure out where to go. I think he's been fighting, and I don't think he knows what he's doing. It's how life is, man. You go through some of them, they won't let you go further. It just is what it is. Take them out, bro. You got it. You can do it. You've already been here, right? How about this? You take a little recess and we show them what the Pokemon Park looks like. All right, guys. Hold on. We're gonna take a. I'm gonna turn the music off for a second. He's taking a commercial break. I'm gonna show you what this park looks like. This is a Bulbasaur Park. This is a Venusaur Park. This is a Charmander.
Pokemon-themed attraction coming to Universal pretty high in at least one of the parks in the future. On this week's Expedition
There we
Weekly, it's
go.
time to take a look at the first.
I found it,
With the
guys.
likelihood of a Pokemon-themed attraction coming to Universal pretty high in at least one of the parks in the future. On this week's Expedition Weekly, it's time to take a look at the first
Hold on one
Pokemon
second.
theme park.
Here you go.
The strategy. To become a great trainer, Ash has to capture all of these amazing Pokemon creatures. And there's a lot he's got to know in order to catch them all.
The first Pokemon games came to the Nintendo Game Boy system in Japan in 1996 and would go on to be a worldwide success. With video games, TV shows, movies, trading cards, and much more, Pokemon continue to grow and grow, or I guess you could say evolve.
Yes, I think I am.
In March 2005, a limited-time theme park based on the series would open for just 192 days, sponsored by Toys R Us Japan among many other companies. Located in Nagoya, Japan, this traveling fair-style theme park was heavily themed to Pokemon and opened every day from 10 AM to 8 PM. Planned to coincide with the 2005 World's Fair Expo, which was also held near Nagoya.
Hey, little buddy, want a ride? Yeah, whatever. I'll be right back.
Where can you catch all 150 Pokemon?
Yeah.
On your Game Boy, that's where. Pokemon for Game Boy is here. With both packs, you can catch them all. Games and systems
Like he
sold
just
separately.
murdered them.
Like a traveling fair, each attraction was paid for individually, but free to get inside the park. It was one of the early parks to use a prepaid money system called ED, where you would load the card with real money to spend within the park for anything from the attractions to brand new exclusive Pokemon merchandise. If you wanted to ride those attractions though, you would have to use the ED card. Credit card and cash was only taken in the other areas of the park. All you had to do though was tap your ED card at any of the terminals to pay for your purchase. Each card featured 3 original Pokemon designs with special edition cards available throughout the year. Using your card, you would also earn points which would count towards prizes within the park, and the more you spent on it and the more you preloaded, the bigger the prize.
And that's not all.
This is Pocket Pikachu.
Oh,
I
I
can
remember
exercise
Pocket
with it,
Pikachu.
give it
I remember Pocket
even
Pikachu.
watch
That's
it
my
sleep.
nigga.
I know there are 150 Pokemon out there.
It was like the
Is there
Tamagotchi.
really one more adorable than Pikachu? I don't think so.
Eevee.
Remember, it's about strategy.
The park was a place fans of the series could come together and trade, interact, and experience fun Pokemon attractions. With a large involvement from the official Pokemon fan club throughout the park, it featured over 380 Pokemon characters within.
A Thunder Punch combined with the paralyzing attack move makes Electabuzz arguably the best all-around Pokemon in the game.
Limited edition card inside. Gotta catch them all.
During the event, special versions of various Pokemon were given out for players of the game. These Pokemon could be used in various different generations of the Pokemon games and would begin as an egg transferred digitally to your game, and when hatched, the Pokemon would feature moves which they would normally not have access to. Even the cafes in the park were
That
themed to
is
Team
so
Rocket and Meowth's new money-making scheme at Meowth's Party Cafe.
Ruling here, Dave.
Make it double.
To protect the world from devastation.
To unite all peoples within our nation.
To denounce the evils of truth and love.
To extend our reach to the stars above.
Jesse!
James.
Team Rocket, blast off at the speed of light.
Surrender
Oh,
now
yeah.
or prepare to fight.
Original voice actor.
That's right. The Pokemon Game Center had interactive games for visitors to play, such as the Polygon Cup, a ball tossing game, and many other themed Pokemon arcade games. One of the stores in the park for a time even sold a limited edition Pokepark Nintendo DS.
Wow.
The biggest draw though would of course be the 12 different Pokemon attractions, and each would have a limited edition Pokemon card to go along with them. Most of the attractions within the park were relocated from the closed amusement park Rinku Papara, which was a small park in the Osaka area of Japan that closed in 2004. Those rides were re-themed with Pokemon and sent to the Pokepark for 2005. They included Bumper Car Battle, Aqua vs Magma, where you could choose a team and face off against each other in bumper cars, Twister, Fury in the Sky, a powered Zamperla coaster, Gotta Dance Tour, Gondola Cruise, Lugia's Spinning Ship, Pokemon Star Swing, the Pichu Brothers Rascal Railway, Pokemon Giant Ferris Wheel, where the cabins were Pokeball themed, Pikachu's Forest, Mudkip's Big Splash, which was a log flume shaped like Mudkip, and finally the Pokemon Merry-Go-Round. So while most of these were traveling fair style rides, they were heavily themed to various Pokemon characters. In fact, so was the whole park. Within the first 46 days of operation, over 1 million guests had visited the park. It was so popular in fact that at one point some of the attractions had a wait time of 8 hours. The final visitor count for the 6-month period was just over 4 million guests. After the park closed as scheduled in September 2005, it was repeatedly rumored that it will be coming to many other countries over the next 5 years. In June 2006, it reopened in Taiwan, now with 9 attractions instead of 12 that have made the journey, running again for 6 months before closing in September. After that, it was hoped it would visit the US, Europe, and Shanghai by 2010, but it unexpectedly never returned again. And that brings me to today. Pokemon still continues to be a huge success in various different forms of entertainment. For over 20 years since launching, the series continues to evolve. Yeah, I used that joke again. While the Pokepark never returned, rumors continue to grow that a new Pokemon attraction could be coming, but this time not just to Japan, but also the US. With Universal's Super Nintendo World confirmed to be coming to Japan and basically a sure thing for its upcoming new Orlando park, with the change in plans from adding Nintendo to the current Universal park shifting to this brand new unannounced park, there might be a chance we may see Pokemon once again within a theme park, and I am absolutely looking forward to it. Okay, that was the last one. Some of these jokes were a little far-fetched, but at least I found them amusing. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Expedition Weekly. What Pokemon attraction would you like to see come to Universal's park? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to join the expedition and follow us on Twitter and Instagram for updates on upcoming episodes. A special thank you to our Patreons for supporting the channel, and we will see you next time.
Now it gets tricky, so listen real good.
Sledge, Headman, Side Up, Arcanine, Eevee, Executor, Kaboo, Top Septo, Teeny, Bowlight, Mr. Mime, Cubone, Graveler, Voltorb, Gloom. We're almost home! Gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all! Gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all! Charmeleon, Wartortle, Mewtwo, Tentacruel, Aerodactyl, Ammonite, Slowpoke.
How's it going, guys, and welcome back to yet another episode of the Theme Park Shark. If you are newly subscribed here, we'd just like to send you a big thank you for that. We really appreciate your support and all of the love. And if this so happens to be your first time ever catching it, is a long-standing rumor now for Universal Studios Florida. The reason why I call it a rumor is because the location of Super Nintendo World has changed quite a bit. So one thing that we're going to talk about in this video is just how Pokemon could, or couldn't, I guess, anchor Universal Studios' Fantastic World. Now, for those of you guys, I don't know if you've been living under a rock or what it is, that don't know what Pokemon is, it is a cultural phenomenon that started in the 90s with Game Boy Color games and an anime, and it has grown rapidly ever since. It had a little bit of a decline into the early 2000s, and then as of today, it's kind of leveled out, and it's still popular. It's still Pokemon. So with that, there is a question. Can Pokemon anchor its own land, or should it be within the land Super Nintendo World. Some people argue that it doesn't belong inside Super Nintendo World, but what I have argued is that I think it will absolutely be inside Super Nintendo World because, in my opinion, it is a Nintendo property. Nintendo has a majority ownership, from what I understand, of Pokemon.
You missed him.
And the way that I described it is, okay, this would be like, let's say that Universal felt that Spider-Man was the most attractive Marvel character and could anchor its own land. There could be a Spider-Man world. You know, we'll be in New York, we'll create the Daily Bugle, we'll do the whole thing, and we'll have Spider-Man world, right? So this was my argument. Let's say the Spider-Man ride was never built. Let's say that Iron Man got his start a little earlier than Spider-Man, and for whatever reason, the Spider-Man attraction Islands of Adventure for this video is now the Iron Man ride. Imagine within Marvel Heroes Superhero Island, we have all these rides. The Iron Man attraction is the flagship attraction, right? Okay, so we're gonna walk down the road now, and instead of walking into Toon Lagoon, we're now gonna walk into Spider-Man World. That's fine, I guess, for continuity's sake, but why did they just jam-pack all of these other Marvel characters into Marvel Superhero Island, and why did they give Spider-Man right next door Spider-Man World? So I thought that was a little strange. I thought that would just look kind of bizarre, just because it's basically the same IP. It's why would you separate the two lands like that? That's never been done. It's never even been thought of, and it just didn't seem like a good idea. But I kept thinking about it. I kept thinking about all of the possibilities that Pokemon would bring. All of the shows, all of the attractions, merchandise, the food that could be had there. Now let's go back into the world of pretend, and let's imagine what a Pokemon world at Universal Studios Fantastic Worlds would look like. So to start things off, we have to go to a Pokemon battle. What is more Pokemon than a Pokemon battle? So this is how you do it. You walk into this world, you're immediately engulfed in Pokemon, right? Let's say you have Pokemon animatronics. In the distance, you see a lagoon, and there's a Lapras swimming across with his head skimming out of the water. Very easy things for Universal Creative to do, and great immersion. Let's say you look to your left, and in the bushes, there's a Slowpoke slowly running into the bushes. Let's say you look to your right, and you see a Raichu poking out from behind a building. You can add a Pokemart. You can add a Poke Center. There's so many different things that you can add. But for the attraction, at least for the first show attraction that we're going to talk about, you have to look towards a Pokemon battle. So this is how I imagine Universal Studios going ahead with the first show that will anchor this Pokemon world, and that is a Pokemon battle. So you walk into a gym, very easy, awesome, cute, easy to theme. Imagine the theming on this. You could even theme it as if it's a Game Boy or Nintendo DS maze before you get to the gym leader. Imagine how cool that would be. It would literally be identical from...
Okay, we get it, bro. Yeah, so that was the idea we were looking at, as in a Pokemon theme park. That would be so cool. That'd be so fucking cool. Back to it. I think we're also going to call it a night anyway. We'll be back next Wednesday with some more Pokemon 101. Let me see if I can save this. Thank you guys for joining us as always. We're doing this every Wednesday. What's the date? It's definitely Wednesday. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. I'll be like, hold up, wait. So we'll be back next Wednesday. Friday we're doing Friday night fights. We might do some co-op, couch co-op fighting. For everybody who just jumped in the stream, thank you for joining us. You're a little late, but I love it. We care. Nothing on Thursday. We're gonna take a break on Thursday. If we do anything on Thursday, that'll be back next week. Thursday, if we do anything, it'll be Resident Evil. So if you're gonna check anything out, we'll probably be playing some Resident Evil. What else do we got? Thinking of Saturday cinema. Put on something like a game that is just straight. It's sort of like a movie game. Like a game that we can relax and play, and it don't gotta be too serious. And then of course Sunday Pokemon again. So and Monday we're trying to get Monster Hunter back. We gotta get an HDMI cord. I already talked to people about this Elgato because my HDMI port is not working. Every other port is working except for my HDMI port. So we'll get that working soon. And as we say in the business, so long, farewell, I'll be to say I do to you and you and you. We could actually play that. But we don't have the rights to that, do we? No, we don't have the rights to that. That's about the most you'll get from us. Thank Family Guy, because that's the most I know. All right, people.